Well, folks, I thought I was going to have to wait until tomorrow when Best Buy delivered this, but lo and behold, I went to Walmart tonight and they had the Game & Watch for The Legend of Zelda, and they had it $6.50 cheaper than the Best Buy version. So you know what? When the Best Buy one gets delivered, I'll probably just return it because I can save the money, pocket the difference. I'm not necessarily one of those people that at $50 a pop, or $43.50 in this case, is going to buy one and keep one in the box. No, I'm just going to open this one and return the other that was more expensive. And this way, I don't have to wait to go ahead and unbox this and play it and demonstrate it. So, yes, this is the 35th anniversary Game & Watch style miniature Legend of Zelda, which also comes with Zelda 2 and the first Game Boy Zelda game, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. I know there's some debate out there that they could have gone with the DX version that was colorized for Game Boy Color since this is a color LCD screen, but I guess they decided that would be a nice Game & Watch to release in its own right, which is understandable. Why not milk that cow if you can? So there'll probably be a 35th anniversary for that one as well. This one is just the 35th anniversary of the original Legend of Zelda with some extra bonuses thrown in for good measure. And getting Link's Awakening as a bonus is not a bad thing because that's a fantastic game. So when you open the box for the first time, you've got two little adhesive tabs on either side you've got to peel off or cut through. Then the actual Game & Watch is inside this box, and when you open the top flap, it says, "Special thanks to you." A little nice bonus telling you that they appreciate your purchase, and why not? Yes, say thank you for all the money we've given you for Nintendo consoles over the years, let alone what some of us have just paid for the expansion pack not that long ago. We appreciate the thanks at a time like this. It also comes with a code you can redeem for 300 platinum points on store.nintendo.com. I'm obviously not going to show you that code here. Just take my word for it that the Game & Watch Zelda does come with that additional bonus inside. And you can redeem those points for rewards on Nintendo's website, which if you have a Switch, you already have a Nintendo account. And you've probably bought something from the Nintendo store at some point, like the N64 controller, the Genesis controller, the NES controller, or the Super Nintendo controllers that work with the Switch Online service. Or maybe you bought a refurbished dock, or some packs of Animal Crossing cards, whatever. You have probably used that store at least once. Here's the actual Game & Watch. It is the greenest of green. It's a very pretty green color, I might add. It's suitable to celebrate. If you were going to go this route and make a Legend of Zelda watch, you might as well make it the greenest of green possible. A vibrant, bright green that just screams Link from The Legend of Zelda every single time you look at it. It even has the Triforce on the back, which, you know, those little things, the attention to detail about things like that is really appreciated at a time like this. And it also comes with a USB-C charge cord, although it's a very short cord, so you'll probably want to use one of your ones from charging your Nintendo Switch Online controllers or your Nintendo Switch Pro controller, because those are all USB-C as well. You probably have many things that use USB-C. Now, as you can see in here, when you turn it on for the very first time, you'll get some artwork and a message telling you to press the time button, and that will default it to midnight until you set the actual time yourself. And it gives you a nice little animation of Link going into the cave where you get the famous message, "It's dangerous to go alone, take this," and then you pick up the sword, so you are equipped to fight all the monsters in the land of Hyrule. And this is very hard to do while holding it in front of the camera and looking through the camera, so I'm a little sloppy picking up the sword. Sorry about that, I'm giving it my best effort here as I film it and play it at the same time, but I find that the D-pad and the A and B buttons are very responsive. Even though this is a very diminutive form factor, it's not hard to control it. It feels natural. It feels like a normal D-pad and normal buttons. The experience of playing it is satisfying, which is important when you're paying for something collectible like this because you want it to be functional as well. There are so many different other ways to play The Legend of Zelda at this point. You've probably got any number of them, from Switch Online to Game Boy Advance to buying it with points in Virtual Console form on the Wii to owning the original cartridge for Nintendo. There's no shortage of options to play The Legend of Zelda. So if you're going to do something like this, get it right, make it feel right, or you would just want to default to any one of those others. For this one, though, it's the convenience of it, having the form factor where you can put it in your pocket, take it out, and play it at any time. And I should note that the box that it comes in can also be folded out to use as a display stand, and then you can put this in it and use it as a tabletop game and watch. Literally, you can reach over and look at the time anytime you want. And it even gives you a little mini game that you can play while the time is ticking. There's really nothing to it because you don't even have sound and you're not scoring any points. You're just hitting whatever monsters appear on the screen. But it's funny that it actually lets you play that while it's telling the time. You probably wouldn't play it while it was sitting in the display box, but you could, because you can even plug the power cord in through the box. There's a little hole in the box when you pop it out and fold it, but since I'm going to end up returning one of these, I didn't unfold the whole thing. If you want to see more about that, you can watch Mad Little Pixel, because Ron actually unfolds the box and sets it up as a stand and puts the Game & Watch inside of it. So big shout out to Mad Little Pixel. And yes, Zelda 2 is here as well. And Link's Awakening, as previously mentioned. There are no shortage of options. When you switch from one to the other, it basically does a save state, and when you go back to it, it'll be right where you left off when you switched from one game to another or switched from one mode to another. Whatever you choose to do, it'll retain that memory. It also has a timer function, so if you needed a countdown for something, you've got to be somewhere in a few minutes and you've only got a few minutes to play, set the timer, and then it gives you a little Legend of Zelda 2 minigame where you're getting things coming at you from the left and right, and you just kill them while you're waiting for the timer to tick down. Or you don't even have to play anything. You could just let the animation run while it's counting down your timer. Whatever you choose to do, whether you play it or not, that's up to you. And all of these games have options for language as well. You can play in English by default, but if you scroll left or right, you'll get the other options. So that's the Game & Watch Legend of Zelda Edition from Nintendo. I think it's pretty darn sweet, and I'm happy I picked it up and didn't have to wait for Best Buy to deliver one tomorrow. So this is a little bonus video for everybody who happens to be watching my channel tonight. I'm Mr. MegaManFan. Thanks as always for your support, and I'll see you again really soon.